because he has been the best player in the Bundesliga, and I think he deserves a top 10 Ballon d'Or shout as well. Easily top 10 actually.
He has 31 goals and 16 assists in all competitions for Leipzig. He deserves a top 10 shout easily. Hi guys, welcome back to Matchday Reports. And before we get into anything, we've noticed something. 269% of our viewers haven't subscribed. What the hell is going on, guys? Do you guys want Spurs? Do you guys want Spurs to win a trophy or something? Please subscribe. Alright, getting back into it. So today we're going to be discussing France's 11 that we decide for the World Cup. So I think Hoon came up with the statistic like 2 minutes ago that they play a 5-back. Absolute rats, first of all. Who plays a 5-back in today's age? Are they Spurs or something? Okay. So we're going to keep it a standard 4-3-3, which we might have 2 CDMs, we might not. You'll see later in the video. Share the screen, bro.
Alright. We'll start from the back again. I think that's how we always do it. Alright, keeper.
There's one obvious choice, and it's not the one that plays for Spurs. I'm sorry, Adit.
Why not? Bro, he's the captain. You don't take the captain out.
Mike Mignon.
You have to play.
You have to play Mike Mignon, bro. You've had Mike Mignon. He's the best.
Bro, for France, it's Lloris. For France, Lloris.
It has to be Lloris. I don't see any other.
He had a shitter in the final also, against Croatia. Don't go on against that.
No one
Euros, he was half decent.
And Euros also, bro. Pen shootout pe kya hua tha? I'm telling you, bro. Mike Mignon has balled out with AC Milan this season. They won a title after 10 years. He's kept 82% save rate. He's kept 17 clean sheets out of 32. I'm telling you, we have to have some changes. This is our lineup. We don't need to put in Lloris just for he's the captain, bro.
I know that, but experience counts, right? Experience is ultimately a really important factor. I don't see how you miss out on Lloris here. You just have to back your bigger player.
Even if he's shitter? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think he's as shit though. He's pretty shit, but I don't.
I think we had him in our overrated 11, right?
That was because Spurs agenda.
Not Spurs agenda, bro. He is overrated, first of all. And second of all, bro, this guy has had the season of his life. I think he deserves a shot if he continues to perform like this with AC Milan.
Listen, I think he's the second choice keeper, but you have to start Lloris because he's the captain. He's the one that leads the team. So if Lloris has a bad time, if he's
it's
not playing
2v1 anyways. I'm adding Lloris.
Then Mignon comes in definitely.
This is the same reason why Harry Maguire started for United, because he's the captain. I'm just saying, okay.
It's not apples to apples. Lloris is a level above Maguire.
Okay, but now we're not good. As you have decided, there's only one captain of the team, so we're not going to have more shouts because they're captains. Okay, you've said Lloris is the captain, so he's getting in. Now I don't want any Varane shouts anymore. Okay, cool. Where do you want to start with?
Centre back.
Start with centre back.
Let's go centre back.
Which centre back you want to go?
Varane.
Let's do right. The obvious shout is Koundé, right?
The obvious shout is William Saliba. Please.
Varane, listen, it's France.
Okay, you speak first. Yeah, it's France. Is he the captain again, just like Lloris? Tell me.
Bro, listen, Varane's not had a good season, but Varane's always starting with France. He's always been pretty decent for them. He's been solid for them.
Okay.
There's no reason for him not to start.
He has a solid back line to support him as well. So you don't
He's not playing next to Maguire and Telles and I don't know which other clowns they have.
Fair enough. I'm ready to put in Varane if he's playing along with William Saliba, and I'll explain why. First of all, he was the best centre back in Ligue 1, and we are considering Ligue 1 stats this year.
No. I was about to go in on Koundé, but bro, allow me to have my moment. I don't know what he's done. He signed up for a club literally on the verge of sinking. Chelsea could have given him probably a run for his money. Solid position, solid money, but I have no idea what he's just signed up to in a club that's not even going to register him. So I have no clue what's happening with his
didn't like
thing,
the London weather.
Bless him,
that's
bro.
The reason. But yeah.
Doesn't matter if you don't get registered.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. He's not going to get his salary. I don't know why he's gone there. It's just that he's trying to live his childhood dream and all. So I'm just going to get back into the William Saliba discussion. Just hear me out once, okay? He's been the best centre back in Ligue 1. We're considering Ligue 1 right now and not overrating it because we're talking about the France 11. It's the French league. We have to give Ligue 1 credit right now. Even though we might not have to give it credit when we're talking about overrated players like Depay. But we have to give it credit right now. So this dude once I had statistics looked up on Saliba. Okay, this is a lot of sites that have rated him as the best centre back in Ligue 1. First of all, he has the third most successful passes per 90 behind Laporte, ex-French player, and Upamecano. Okay, this is just one statistic. Second, he has the most progressive carries in Ligue 1. This is 5.5 km per 90, whatever again. He has won back the possession 260 times in a season, highest in Ligue 1. And the last statistic, he has 0 errors leading to goal. Why does he not have a shout right now? He's built like a fucking shit truck.
Experience.
Okay, he's tall. He looks like the job. Why doesn't he deserve the shout here?
Kunde Goober.
Because
Huh?
it depends on your competition, right?
Okay,
it's
yeah,
it's
Kunde
either
is 5'8",
Kunde, but Kunde
bro.
doesn't play on the
My
left.
testicles are taller than him. Please.
You don't play Kunde on the left, I think, and then you have
Exactly.
to
That's another
either
thing.
back
Okay, Kunde is there.
Kimpembe is another shout.
Kimpembe has had a shit
But-
season again. I think Marquinhos is the only one centre back who had a great season for PSG.
So again, do you rate Saliba's one season higher
He's
than
performed
all of
2 seasons
Kimpembe's
consecutive,
past
and
seasons?
Saliba has just come onto the scene also, right, for the past 3 seasons.
I mean,
But
this
then
is
Kimpembe is a
some
solid. I don't
Nicolas
think
Pepe
you.
type beat, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough, understandable, but that so Nicolas Pepe deserved a start for Ivory Coast, right, after that season, yes or no?
No,
After
it's
that
Ivory
season-
Coast versus France. It's
I get
Ivory
that.
Coast
I
versus
get
France.
that, but you're telling me that the person who's been the best centre back in the French league, who's French, does not deserve a shout in the team.
He does. He'll be in the squad definitely. I'm not questioning
squad,
it.
Yeah,
dude.
but
he's
you
the
don't
best
start him.
centre back in
This is
Ligue 1. I get that. He's the best centre. This is statistics, and this is what many people are saying. You can put in the Arsenal agenda, whatever bullshit. But I've come with statistics this time. Can you tell me
The
has Koundé
statistics are very
outperformed
dodgy
than
though,
Saliba
like-
in this whole season?
No, definitely
No.
not. Kunde had a shit
Exactly.
season by his standards, anyways.
Not
but
a shit season, but I mean,
Okay,
Wasn't
compared to
bad as well.
Saliba.
By his standards.
Compared to Saliba.
I just don't think. I think Saliba's there. Like you start him if, like, say Kimpembe starts, right, and Kimpembe has a shit season,
Which he had.
like a shit game. A shit game for France after like the first round. Then you bring a Saliba in. I don't think he starts first game at all. Like, do you
But
get what I
why,
mean?
bro? Why are you not starting the best centre back in the French league? I thought this time you guys might not be able to slander me because I came with stats, and this is not even Arsenal agenda. I've said everything. You can
Guys,
Google
Because
it.
it's not all about stats, right?
it's also
Like
it's also the left centre back, right? So
Yeah, Saliba can
I
play
mean,
left centre back.
Lucas isn't Lucas
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Lucas Hernandez.
Yeah,
is the one who's gonna be playing
it's
there,
Lucas
so-
Hernandez, bro. Why are we?
My God, you guys, do you
We
guys
forgot
want to put
about
in Blaise
Lucas.
Matuidi in the squad as well? Fucking, what do you say? Past
Lucas
merchants, bro.
Lucas Hernandez.
Lucas Hernandez pass merchant.
He's not,
Brother.
he's not performed this season.
He's been fine. Bayern's not been anything outstanding because like no one really watches Bundesliga that much. You can't really say he's a centre back that hasn't been watched enough. He's been decent. He's been solid.
All right,
Bayern's not
we're
good.
spending too much time on an easy position. who are we?
Telling you, you watch.
See,
Saliba
I would
start.
prefer Lucas. I prefer Lucas Hernandez in a 5-back than in a 3-back because that's what in the France system also
You know what?
play in a 5-back.
Yeah,
so we'll go with Saliba. I would go with
Fine.
Saliba.
Sure, we'll go with
because
Sally. We'll back her up.
Jesus Christ.
we can stop.
Yeah,
the
now you
left
can
back.
put in whoever, bro. It's fine. Oh, this is Theo Hernandez.
Theo Hernandez.
Yeah, there's no
Theo
sh-
No,
Hernandez.
hear me out. Right, hear me out. When you're playing a 4-back, the reason we discard Lucas Hernandez is
No,
because
there's no Mendy shouts
There
here.
is Mendy shouts. Mendy is the best defensive left back that France has. That's not a debate.
Theo
Lucas
Hernandez is
Hernandez-
the best
if-
left back for France. Not just defensively, attacking you.
as a wing
Not
back,
just
when
defensive,
there's three
fair.
centre backs, yes. When there's Lucas Hernandez behind him, then yes. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, this team
When
is
you
going to
have-
get battered.
I'm
When you have Conte at the pivot, do you really
You have
need
William,
someone
Saliba
that
and Varane
defensive?
in the back as well. I think they can manage. I've seen
No, they
Saliba
can't.
cover a lot of ground for other people. And Theo Hernandez he's just an explosive dynamite going up and down both. We've seen this at AC
He's
Milan.
really-
I mean, from what we've read and seen a little bit, because no one really watches
Yeah,
the
but
Serie A in
defensively,
India.
he's not. He's not defensively as.
Maldini
I
rates
think
him as
but
a
like,
left
if you're
back.
playing two,
Okay, yeah,
Because
fair
he
enough.
owns the club. Maldini is
No,
the
no,
CEO.
fair enough. But okay, Mendy is a defensive left back. He's pretty good and shit.
Yeah.
But Theo Hernandez is a better complete left back, if you get what I'm saying.
isn't Mendy more error prone also?
Not really. See, the thing is, he also in Madrid, Mendy's been very solid, but like all defensive players, he's got mistakes, and he's got Casemiro. If you remember, in all of our
William
matches, I've
Saliba
said-
does not have mistakes.
何お前はもう死んでいる。
Just saying.
Bro, I'm going to fucking dropkick your William Saliba, bro. Shut up. In every
there to
match of
enjoy.
our UCL, the only one thing I've said is that even in El Clasico, is Mendy and Casemiro start, we're going to concede a lot less goals. Every time that those two have started, we have had the least goals that we concede because they are the most solid defensive players that we've had.
Fair enough.
I mean, error prone.
I think it just depends against like a weaker opposition, right? Say like which France are probably a stronger opposition than most teams that they play against.
Yeah.
So then I don't think you need someone, you don't need to be that defensive anyway. So
Yeah, but if you're playing
Like,
against a team
and-
like Spain, if you're playing against a tactically superior team like Spain, you will need someone that better defenders than Theo Hernandez because they will. Yeah.
but you have Kante.
We'll see. We'll
Kante's
see.
had a shit season. Kante might not even make it in the
Yeah,
squad.
Kante is a little washed.
Yeah,
Kante is a
Okay.
little washed.
So the thing about right
Okay,
back
right
now,
back, let's-
I don't
They only have
see a
Pavard,
very-
that's the problem.
They have Pavard and there's Jonathan Klaus
Yeah.
who's had a decent season. I mean, he deserves a shout, I guess. He's
Yeah,
had 5
I mean-
goals.
But I don't see
13 assists.
he's okay, but like I don't think like I think reputation counts
Yeah,
a
I
little,
get
right?
that.
Like
Plus, I
genuine-
think Hoon's statement makes sense. If we play Klaus and Theo Hernandez, they're going to be two explosive fullbacks, and then the
Yeah.
defensive thing
Yeah.
falls a bit apart. So Pavard is more strong defensively, so that'll be decent.
He is, but can we also point out that
CDMs.
Pavard is also pretty. He's not good as well.
Oh,
He's there
we
because
all
they
know
don't
that
have right back.
France's
slow.
one
after that
weakness
after that one volley,
he
even for
fell off.
Bayern, they've been trying to replace him every year, but they end up with some shit right backs every time. They tried to sign Sarr to replace him, flopped. Now they signed Mazrouai to replace him. Let's see how that goes because he's not someone that can be starting for your team. He's a rotational player.
Yeah, the only thing is
So-
that it's just that when you play for your country, I think this is a very sentimental thing. They just play like 10% better, 90% of the time. You get me? It's just that country feel like
Oh.
that's why countries like
200%
Denmark and all
when you're
perform in
Paul
Euros and
Pogba,
all.
but,
But yeah, we all know France's
Alright, CDM.
weakness is their right back, so we can't really do much.
Yeah.
Now, this I have a weird shout. I think Chouameni should also start if we're playing two CDMs
Good shout.
because he's had a fantastic season.
Sure.
He's been like the PSG
They're
slots now.
stacked, bro.
He's just stacked, bro. I think if we have Theo Hernandez in the back, and if we have two CDMs which are Chouameni and supposedly Kante, then I don't think the defensive looks shaky anymore. The defense doesn't look shaky. Then Theo Hernandez has the ability to go ahead also and come back. So I think one of them should be so.
Kamavinga.
Camavinga is
no,
I
no,
think
no, no. He's a sub. So
He's a
Super
sub
sub,
again.
super
I
he
think.
can't start. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I think he
For
needs
now,
that. He's not
alright.
had that experience of starting games week in week out like Chouameni has. So he's been their main man at Monaco. So I think Chouameni and Kante should be the pivots.
And then Pogba, where do you play
We
Pogba?
don't play Pogba because we're not in 2017
Wow.
To
anymore.
be fair, listen. To be fair, it's France, right? You can't. I mean, it's France and it's.
I don't
Pogba.
see how
I
Pogba.
think right
But-
now,
He was the one of the only players who actually like properly showed up to the Euros and played to like the capable. One of the only French players who actually played to
he
their level.
danced at 3-1
And-
and they lost the match after that. You
Even
remember.
against Germany, he was fully in control. Against Germany, he was running the midfield. So I think I don't see how you don't play Pogba.
He danced
here's
for
my problem.
5
Here's my-
minutes after scoring a goal. And you
Different
had to.
dances.
The extra time was just put in because of Paul Pogba's dancing. That's it. He pulled out every fortnight move in the book. And this is what he did. And the thing is, I rate Pogba as a French player. Like when he's played for France, obviously the World Cup is there. Euros also, you're saying he's performed. I just think our centre-mid, who I have in mind, deserves a much better shot than Pogba when we get to it. So if you put in,
Yeah, see,
Okay, so wait,
Player
are
on
we
Tchouameni
agreeing
and
on
Kante.
Tchouameni?
the centre mid, I would say, is going to be very attacking because I think
this
Christopher
is who
Nkunku
I
has
have
to
in
be
mind
there.
as well. I think this is because
And
we're having two pivots.
Has to start for France
Exactly.
because he has been the best player in the Bundesliga, and I think he deserves a top 10 Ballon d'Or shot as well. Easily top 10
Exactly.
actually.
He has 31 goals and 16 assists in all competitions for what you say, Leipzig.
He's
He
got
deserves a
things
top
on
10
his
shot
I-
easily.
Yeah. So when
Alright.
if we put in Kante, we need a player that can go up and down as well. So I would
So you
back
put
Chouameni do
Pogba.
that job.
I
Yeah.
would, yeah, that's why I would back Chouameni.
But do you
But-
realistically do you play Conte genuinely as a Chelsea? He's aging really quickly.
This is
rather.
France, brother. We are playing Pavard. We
It
can play
might-
Kante. Plus,
For what though? Like two defensive duties, right? And I don't think.
I think
No,
both
who do you
Kante
play?
I mean,
and
it depends
Chouameni
on
can
fitness
carry the
again.
ball up front. And I just think Kante for France has been like invincible. I think that's
Plus, I think Pogba just is out for like 3 good months right now, right? So you can't guarantee him as well.
See, the
Yeah,
thing
he
is,
doesn't
Pogba's
really
out
get
again,
this
right?
one,
I think Pogba's out now for 3 months, you're saying?
So
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's how much is 3 months? Do the maths. We're in August almost, so August is
November,
gone.
October, November, he'll be.
He's come back in November when the World Cup is
right in the
starting.
month.
You're saying that
he's
in
gonna need time
25
to
days.
get into.
Yeah, bro. Plus, we all
So
know
this
right
is what
after
we're
the
going
injury,
with.
the players are also scared to like play to their 100% because they don't want to get injured again. And he'll be also, scared that okay, I have the World Cup coming up. So yeah, I don't think Pogba's gonna make the team based on his injury status also.
right. So this midfield's fine. All right, left wing. I mean, left wing is.
Now I have weird shouts. I can play Mbappe
How?
left
I
wing or
don't think
right
it
wing,
matters.
but I want to play Dembele in the front.
Yeah, Dembele has to. Dembele
Yes.
right wing, Dembele right wing. Dembele
Yeah,
is
okay, this is what I had in
menace
mind.
on the wing, dude. That, yeah.
It's just that I get that he has a similar thing with Pogba that the consistency, the form, the injuries, that's all there. But when that dude plays, bro, I mean, it's just completely you cream yourself, bro.
Listen,
Even against Juve, yeah,
See,
he
Juve is there.
wreaked
That's
havoc.
Obviously,
pre-season,
that's
right?
pre-season.
Against
That's there.
us.
I know, but still,
Against
like
us,
you
the
see
things he did-
ability,
The
right?
things he's done to us, bro. I
This
don't
is a
forget.
rival fan speaking about Dembele so highly.
Yeah,
You know,
he's-
I see a lot
If he
of
wasn't
people.
injured,
Hmm.
he would be better than. I think he would actually be. I mean, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike. But if
Yeah.
Dembele had not been injured, he might have been better than Mbappe.
That's literally
So-
what I was trying to say. I've seen this a lot of times on bad football opinions, but hear me out.
It's
It's
still
not
in-
that
yeah.
bad, okay? It's
Talent.
not that bad. It has a realistic
Yeah.
shout. If the guy
Like,
wasn't
if there's
on
people
crutches
that can
half the
say that
time,
Balotelli could have been the best in the world if he had, then we can say this as well, right?
no,
Like-
that's a bad
Ben
shout.
Arfa.
That's just a
Yeah.
bad shout.
yeah, so
Ben Arfa.
People actually rate those shouts, then this is just.
Yeah, that's fair. There
Yeah.
are some idiotic people. So, wait. I don't know how long this video has been going on, but I think we've rushed a lot because we were all sucking each other off and agreeing on most of the players upwards.
I just have one like proper. I don't. So do you guys not consider Griezmann starting?
I was thinking that as well. So the thing, but that's the problem, dude. Listen, Griezmann's pressing, Griezmann's attacking. Griezmann in France is a different. It's a different animal altogether.
He
right?
was.
So
Bro, Griezmann was their best player by quite like a distance. When like, if you look back, yes, it's been a while, but,
Yeah, but then he
Euros,
was also
his Euros
one of
was
the best
You
average.
players.
guys are
World
like
at that time.
rounding yourself up. You just keep on saying was. We're not living in the past anymore.
I
Atleti
know, but
don't want
reputation
him.
matters,
Barca
right?
don't
Even
want
Griezmann
him.
plays for France.
No
For
one
France, I
wants
think
him,
Griezmann
bro.
still plays.
No one wants him, bro. He's absolutely washed,
No,
bro.
no.
This guy used to think he's Messi and Ronaldo's level. Now where is he, bro? Even Atleti don't want him, bro. His club, bro. His club doesn't want him.
I think like it's the same thing with Conte then, right? Like if you can't put Griezmann in, I don't see why you're putting
Bro,
Conte
listen,
in.
Because there's
Conte
no
has
other
been
player
in and
there.
out of form. Griezmann has been out of form. Conte has had his
Conte-
moments this
Griezmann-
season.
no,
You can't say he's had a
Griezmann has just never
completely shit
lived.
season.
But Griezmann's never. It's just that Griezmann hasn't lived up to his 2016 season. He's not been. Even at Barca, he wasn't horrible. He was all right up compared to all the other signings they made. He was all right. He did all right in the system. And he with Atletico, I mean, it's I don't know what system Simeone keeps doing. They've had a bad season altogether, and Griezmann's still been average. He's not been bad. So
Okay.
I don't
Exactly.
think we can say that Griezmann, we can rate him based on all of those things. So
Fair,
he
but-
definitely deserves to be there in the France squad, and I don't know how you put him in because there's already so many attackers.
See, that's the thing. Now, I hear you guys shout, okay, like, okay, he's been average. There's the France momentum and all that. He comes in, he plays well. Fair enough. But I'll just tell you two options that are already there. We have Karim Benzema, who is not starting over ever this season. Like,
Yeah.
100 times out of 100, Benzema is
Yeah,
starting.
I mean, I don't know why I haven't put him.
Exactly.
This
We're
is
just trying to
ideally what
increase
we
the
have.
video time. Second of all, even if Benzema is injured or something happens, I think Nkunku can play that centre forward role behind Dembele and Mbappe pushing forward. That's always there. And if you do want a proper striker, Wissam Ben Yedder has been there in and about. He's been playing well in the French league for the past 3
No
seasons.
better, bro. No better than I won't put him over Griezmann though. I don't think.
It's
We're
just-
talking about
Ben
form
I think
in
it's
the
just
past
thinking,
3
right?
seasons. I'm not even saying last season. Ben Yedder has been in and about. He's finally getting his starts and all for the qualifiers and all for France. Granted, they're not. Both of them combined don't start over Benzema this season. Okay, that's the truth. But I just think even if we did have a 12th man to call on as the first sub, I don't think it'll be Griezmann. Oh, here's an interesting shout. Who do you think should be the first sub to come on for France?
I actually think it would be Griezmann.
Depends.
Because Griezmann
Both on
has amazing
Griezmann.
pressing as well. Yeah, because I think Griezmann also is
No.
very good at pressing. So when you have someone like Mbappe, when you have somebody like Dembele also who's not as enthusiastic to press, someone like Griezmann coming in would be a very good shout because he would bring in a little bit of more.
If you need a
energy.
goal, then you put
Wait, one
Griezmann,
second,
right?
One second, I forgot.
Yeah.
Kamavinga, sorry, I changed my answer. Kamavinga comes in.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
yeah.
if you.
I was just checking, bro, where his roots lie, huh? Your roots lie with the wrong Madrid, bro. Which Madrid are you supporting, huh?
No. Kamavinga, dude.
But-
but they're different positions. If an attacker's coming on Griezmann, if a midfielder's, then I would say Kamavinga.
Moon is backing
Because-
Griezmann,
To be honest,
who's
I'm just-
played for both the clubs Real Madrid hate, Atleti and Barcelona. He was the first sub to call upon after saying that Kamavinga is his best super sub. Shame, bro. Shame.
I'm just surprised how Saliba's made it, to be
I'm
honest.
telling you, you're surprised when you see him this season, then you won't be surprised.
Do you
Does
genuinely
he
think he
start
has
over
a shot
Ben
with
White?
Arsenal this
Do you-
year?
Do you think he starts off Ben White, Ayush?
Ben White will probably play right back for the season because Tomiyasu's as injury prone as Dembele. So it's kind of a stinker.
Ben
Oh,
White
yeah.
right back.
Saliba, damn.
Bro, even against Chelsea, Sterling, Werner, Havertz, pussios, bro. Nothing against Saliba. I'm telling you, they could have been in the best form of the world. They could have scored from the other side of the goal, but they weren't getting past Saliba.
Fair enough. Cool. So, what do we have any changes to this,
We don't
or
have a change, but I think my substitute will be another weird shot. I think Kingsley Coman deserves a good shot for a sub.
oh,
He's not a bad player.
if he
okay?
makes it to the squad?
He might not get over
On two
Dembele
legs.
or Mbappe, but if you were to bring on a sub, he's explosive. He's not exactly the most fanciest player out there, but he can attack and he can contribute well going up front. And I think, to be very honest, I'd start him over Griezmann on form.
Look, if I'm being honest, if we're gonna look at the actual French lineup, no, I don't see Dembele starting, I don't see Saliba starting, and I don't see Nkunku maybe
That's
okay.
the thing.
But I'm
That's the
telling
whole
you now,
thing, Adit.
Griezmann's gonna start.
Because they won't start these 4 players. This is the reason why they're not in our predictions finals. They're bums. The manager won't start the
Don't go
best
to our
players.
predictions.
This is the best lineup they can get.
Our predictions.
I'm calling out the manager, bro. You don't know what you're doing if you don't play Dembele and Nkunku and Saliba. I'll say it to my face. I'm a college second year student and I know better than you to start Nkunku, Dembele and Saliba. So you have to make it up, bro. If you're seeing this video,
To
I'm
be
calling you out.
fair,
You want a boxing match?
World Cup,
You want a boxing match? That's
World Cup
trending
winning
right on
coach.
YouTube. You want a boxing match, huh? Start Saliba if you want to win the World Cup. That's all I have to say.
World Cup
See, I
winning
think-
coach
I
we're
think
talking about.
Deschamps has kind of fallen off after the thing. He brought the best out of Giroud. People say that Giroud was the worst player in the France lineup in 2018.
Yeah,
was
because
the
he
best.
didn't
was a
have
whole
one
day.
touch
He
in a
had
match
0 shots
also.
on target. He had 0 shots on target.
Yeah.
He had the best
But-
hold-up play. He was the reason. I'm telling you right now, he was the reason, half the reason they won the World Cup because of his hold-up play. So I think Deschamps knows what he's doing. You want to look it up? Look it up.
Oh, bro. People
Deschamps-
still rate
yeah,
Giroud,
Gi-
bro.
No,
It's so sad.
Not now. But I'm saying I'm just saying for that World Cup. I'm clearing up his name for that World Cup. That I think he was one of their best players. He didn't score much. I mean, I don't think he scored at all.
Score
But
much? He didn't score, bro.
He didn't score at all. But
He was like a weaker version of
he was there one
Lacazette,
of the
bro.
most- No, bro, if you watch back, you watch how deep he came and look at the way he held it up, bro. He was amazing. So
Because he's built like a
I
brick
think he
shit
knows
house.
what he's doing. I think
He
Deschamps
can't
knows
do
what he's
that.
doing. That's why I understand why Nkunku won't start, because it will be a bit too attacking to play Benzema, Nkunku, and Dembele, Mbappe.
But then we have Kante and
And
Tchouameni,
Mbappe.
right? That's the whole point.
No, that's
Yeah,
no.
but like you need a connecting thing
Yeah,
also, right? It'll be
because
too
Nkunku is
like
very
it'll be
attacking. You
space
need
in the mid.
like a more
Yeah.
creative player there. Then.
And to
Apart
be fair,
from,
like
Paul
correct me if
Pogba.
I'm wrong. We've seen this in CL
Yeah.
also. Benzema drops back quite a lot. Does he not?
Yeah, he does.
So
He
then
does. He
it's
does.
not going to be the end of the world.
Again, but you can't really like classify it as that, right? Different system, different approach. You
Yeah,
won't
exactly.
guarantee Benzema
I
drops
get
back.
that, but I just think if we're having Kante and Tchouameni, I think both of them can progress the ball to Nkunku pretty well. We've seen Kante on the ball. People underrate his skills.
Kante on his day,
Yeah.
Kante will run the show. Like, it's just if it's his day.
Okay.
Madrid
But like
Champions League
Moon's
final.
shout is still fine. I hear people saying that Giroud is like has the most underrated career. Bro, watch him at Arsenal again. Okay, just watch him. Bloody hell, bro. He's the only reason Mesut Ozil doesn't have
Scorpion, bro.
42
If
assists
you-
in a season.
No. If you show like some kid who's not watched football much, like all of his highlights, his goal highlights.
Oh yeah.
Highlights.
He's one of the best players in the world. Because he's just got like the most
Yeah.
amazing goals. But otherwise, like goals wise, he wasn't that good. But I mean, I've already said thrice already. His hold up play was really good.
Hazard said he's the best striker he's played with. So
Hazard
that's
didn't
a
have
stat.
exactly good strikers to play with, to be very honest.
That's also true. Yeah.
Morata,
See?
Diego Costa.
He says competition is
Diego
Morata,
Costa was
bro.
half
Yeah,
decent.
Diego Costa. Yeah.
See, Diego
Apart from
Costa,
that.
I think that's
Cool.
fair. I think he should have said Diego Costa is better than, would you say, Giroud. But I think Hazard has been spending too much time at Five Guys, so what can we do?
He's coming
All
back.
right, cool. Let's wrap this up before.
Yeah. Alright, guys, this is our France lineup. We'll catch you guys next week again. Again, also, one more reminder. We have started our own FPL. We'll link it in the YouTube description. Please join if you play FPL. If you don't, create an FPL account and join. Alright, we'll catch you guys
Join
next
anyways.
week. Peace.
Good shit.